These are the best dinner rolls you'll probably ever eat. In a large mixing bowl, we're gonna add 4 cups of French flour. Now, this step is very important. I procure my flour from France. It has a lower gluten content and it's incredibly soft. Now I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of fine Himalayan pink salt to give this a little mix. In a small saucepan, I'm gonna add 1 cup of ultra-filtered water, 2 tablespoons of butter. This is always my favorite. I'm gonna add the butter to the water. I'm also gonna add a 1/4 cup of sugar to this water and butter combo. And I'm gonna bring this to a boil on the stove. I'm gonna take this off the stove and I'm gonna add in some milk, cold milk, and it's just gonna cool everything down. I really don't want the temperature of all these wet ingredients to be more than 110 degrees. Adding the cold liquid just helps it get down in temp a little bit faster. I'm gonna sprinkle a tablespoon of instant yeast over this and let it bloom for about 10 minutes. If the butter has settled on top, just mix it up a little bit. I prefer this over the packets just because it's easier to measure a large quantity like this. So I'm gonna do a tablespoon, sprinkle it over the top, and I'm gonna come back in 10 minutes. Yeast is all puffy like this. You are going to mix your wet and your dry ingredients. Just to really incorporate the wet and dry ingredients, I'm just going to use a wooden spoon. As soon as a shaggy dough is formed, I'm going to retire this spoon and I'm going to move over to kneading this with my hands. I just kind of spin the bowl, use my hands to press down and knead in the bowl. You can always slap this on your counter and knead it this way as well until you get some elasticity. Okay, it doesn't have a super intense gluten structure. I push with my hands and pull, push, pull with the back side of my hand, create a really beautiful dough ball, and a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna throw this in the bowl, flip it around a little bit so it doesn't stick, and I'm gonna cover this for 15 minutes. Set it aside. While this dough is rising, I've got a 10-inch cast iron skillet. The one I use is from Smithy Ironware. It's my favorite. I've got 7 of these because they all have a smooth surface. The #1 pan I recommend in my arsenal is every single thing from Smithy Ironware. I'm just gonna take some butter with my hands and I'm gonna rub it all along the inside of this cast iron. See here, it's been 15 minutes. I'm gonna take this dough, I'm gonna put it on the counter, and cut down the middle, then down the middle again, on both sides. I'm gonna cut this into 4 pieces each triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see what this is looking like. From the small side first and roll this up kind of like a croissant. So the seams are on the side here, and then just push with your hands and pull. Push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. Like really dig your hand into the side of this so that it's gonna help make a really taut, tight surface. Just a little twist, and now we're gonna transfer that to the cast iron. It's easier actually when there's no oil on your dough. So you can do this technique with sourdough as well. And it should look like this. 16 almost even dough balls. Cover these with a plastic hairnet, or if you're like me, you can cover them with a wet towel because I don't have plastic hairnets around. Now we're gonna make an egg wash. I'm gonna start off with just 1 egg. And if you have a pastry brush, you can use that. I'm just gonna use my hands because I don't have a pastry brush. I'm gonna do a little splash of cream and a splash of water, tiny little splash. I'm gonna take a fork and I'm just gonna beat this. You don't wanna see any white stringy parts or any just free floating yolk. You want this to be as smooth as possible. Otherwise you're gonna see stripes of different colors on top of your rolls. Now that it's been 20 minutes, I'm going to do a egg wash on top of these rolls, on the sides of the bread, on top, in the cracks. I'm gonna put some flaky salt right on top of these rolls, and these are gonna go straight into the oven. Here we go. I did 23 minutes at 375. If you wanna serve them just right here in the cast iron, you certainly can, but they're gonna keep baking on the side. Just use a butter knife. We're gonna go around the outside just to make sure it's all disconnected from the sides. A wire rack on the top. Do my best to flip this over without burning myself on the pan. And they should come out just like that. From here, I'm gonna put this nice, beautiful platter on the bottom to flip this absolutely gorgeous tray of dinner rolls. Just gonna pull one from the side. I just wanna show you how beautifully soft and fluffy these are. And yeah, they're so good. We're gonna put a little bit of this unsalted butter on here.